offshoots from No Limit. You know, you've got Shorty Mob, younger members, younger shorties that are waging war for the No Limit crew. You know, you've got Drench Gang. That's a big thing that you see people like Big Op claiming, and a lot of people are saying there was a massive split, and that, you know, J-Dog was running a crew called Boss Gang. Big Op was running the crew called Drench Gang, both under the No Limit umbrella, and it sounded like these two groups have fractured now, and a lot of people are speculating, do you think Shorty Mob going to go against Big Op? This was a post made by some of their members and said it's time to skull emoji, but this a quick play, so we load it up.
Tabarnak des. Yo, merci les gars. Qu'est-ce que j'étais en train de dire, c'est que c'est très fou qu'est-ce qui s'est passé avec J Herbo, et surtout après que, parce que tu sais, J Herbo il a sorti un méga hit. Je pense que ça a dérangé les gens, ses haters. Après ça, il y a un partenaire qui était en prison, qui est sorti de prison. J-Dog, puis J-Dog a commencé à le menacer. Ça a fait vraiment énormément de beef dans le Chicago. Et Chapler Ross, lui, c'est quelqu'un qui, comme je vous dis, qui fait des. C'est un très bon rechercheur, ou chercheur, je dois dire, ou journaliste, que je pourrais dire. Il fait vraiment un très bon travail. Puis c'est vraiment fucked up ce qui s'est passé. Puis en plus, il est mort vraiment pas longtemps après, tu sais. Fait que on voit ça, c'est un pattern qui arrive beaucoup aux États-Unis dans le rap. Les meurtres, les exposes, c'est vraiment littéralement très fou. Tantôt on regardait, on va aller voir End of Sentence pour KFSO, qui a tué le partenaire de LeYoungin Ace, qui a reçu Life, et c'est pas encore fini. So on continue avec Trapler Ross.
And that's them with pictures of the funeral program. So they're basically vowing to get revenge and, you know, go to war with them. It says, yeah, and they mess with Bloodhound way more anyway. I never seen Big Op put them in a studio or nothing, only 50 or AMF and them. People are saying, if that stuff happens, I give this sub about 4.5 minutes before somebody posts, changes that baby splat meme to Op digging in. Anyway, all right, a lot of crazy discourse going on around this situation. But, yeah, you know, a lot of people are posting this. They're saying it looked like the Shorty Mob guys were taking J-Doggy's side. This is a post from somebody affiliated with them. It says, damn cool, my dude J-Doggy, you and Gliz got me tweaking. I love the F out of you. Rest up forever. 8 block, the mob got you for life. People are saying these Shorty Mob youngsters are going to be waging war in the name of J-Dog. But at the same time, the authorities aren't far behind. So people are posting this other picture. People were saying that this might have been his son. They're saying his J-Dog baby.
Yo, je vois que j'ai ouvert, c'est rare que je fais ça, mais aujourd'hui j'ai ouvert le YouTube. Fait qu'on est live aussi présentement sur Twitch et sur YouTube. Les gens qui sont sur YouTube, bienvenue à vous. Venez nous rejoindre, messieurs. On est sur Twitch. LeYoungin sur Twitch. J'avais un petit problème de setup. Je l'ai arrangé. Fait maintenant, on diffuse sur 2 plateformes en même temps. On est live sur Twitch et on est live sur YouTube.
He splats pots. But they're saying no, he was actually more like a father figure to him. He looked up to him. So there's a lot of people really mourning hard over this situation, and there's going to be a lot of unfortunate repercussions in the streets by the sounds of it. So there was a big rumor, okay, that it was over a fight. This post was deleted, but we can see the headline here. It says, damn, so J-Dog died for beating up a dude from No Limit, and the rumor was that J-Dog had a fight with Big Op from No Limit, and, you know, they were trying to actually settle this big dispute. And the rumor has it that J-Dog kind of got up on Big Op during the fight, and that's when guns started getting blasted. People are saying it's like the A-Roy situation. That was a situation in O-Block where 2 guys were having a fight. Someone kind of was losing the fight, and then they came back with a gun and shot the whole thing up.
Oh, shit.
So it's really, really sad when this sort of thing happens, man. And it just goes to show you, man, a lot of people say, you know, hey, why can't we squabble it? Why can't we fight it out like the good old times? But that's not going to run these days. You can fight it out, but before you know it, that's going to be, it's going to be guns drawn, and it's going to be a shootout. Now, the footage of the shooting, of the incident, has been circulating. You know, there are photographs. This is a photo of him shooting at him, Ross running away. There's no bullets being fired here, so I guess I probably can show this to you, and that's before he actually got hit. But they're saying that, you know, he got shot in the back. He was running away. They'd had a fight. there had been a fair one. They'd fought a fair one, and then this person had pulled 2 guns. You see, and he's holding 2 guns on him there, and he's pointing both of those guns at him as he's running away down the street. And they're saying this is when the murder happened.
Yo, les gars, c'est littéralement crazy. 2 guns. 2 guns dans ses mains, messieurs. Vous voyez ça? 2 putains de guns, messieurs.
Now, this got posted on Reddit, and they said, Reddit detectives, this is y'all time to shine. This was just 7 hours ago, and it seems like the Reddit detectives did put in that work. People have been saying it's been known who did it. The name in the article is exactly who folks that live in that area told us it was. And they're saying that this is the shooter, Fabius L. Shipman, Fabrizio Salgado, I guess. People are saying, you guys are fast. They worked out who did it. And this is somebody from the streets who basically... we're going to be seeing a lot more identification of in a minute, okay? People are saying, so is this the older brother that came back blowing? People said, no, it's the older cousin. But he came back to shoot after J-Dog got up.
Monsieur, regardez ça, monsieur. Regardez le clip. Regardez le fucking clip, man. Comment c'est long. Il a drop son sac ici et est parti à courir pour diable. Le pire, monsieur, c'est 19... Yo, comment tu veux pas die, là? Come on, man.
In the fight. Now, after this, news has spread around exactly who this person is. People are saying it's G. Fabe. Okay, I know there's been rumors that this is actually the brother of G. Fazo, a very notorious member of No Limit who died a very long time ago. And people are basically saying, yep, it's confirmed. It's G. Fabe who did it. After reviewing the whole incident that was captured on camera, the ATF confirmed it was G. Fabe, the brother of G. Fazo, who allegedly upped 2 guns, shooting and killing No Limit J-Dog and injuring another person who was with him. According to the police, nobody snitched.
Puis le pire, c'est quand tu regardes 1 personne, 2 personnes, 3 personnes et 4 personnes. Le partenaire a râlé 2 bouts. Là, il y a un bout ici dans ses mains. Ça, c'est un bout. Il y a un bout ici, puis il y a un autre bout.
G-Fabe was easily spotted because he apparently walks with a limp. Okay, and all of this news made it to Reddit. Okay, everybody's worked it out now.
Yo, vous avez vu ça? Ils l'ont reconnu à cause de sa démarche. Ils l'ont reconnu à cause de la manière qu'il marche, mon cher. Mais comment qu'il marche?
Who J-Dog's killer is. They're posting photos of him, posting pictures of the incident. It's very looking very bad. He's the brother of Fazo, Faro, and Fabian. I'm pretty sure Faro's Big Ops. So they're saying it's Big Ops' big brother. That's responsible for this. You know, they had a fair one, and then it led to guns being drawn. They're saying dude's finna kill you and be at the gender reveal like nothing happened, man. So a lot of posts went around circulating G. Fabe as the shooter. People are saying G. Fabe did it. You know, this is Chicago Hits, a notorious page that's very good at identifying who did what. It says G. Fabe, the brother of G. Fazo, has been identified by the Chicago PD as the shooter of No Limit J-Dog, and the entire incident was caught on surveillance footage. So I've got the full article here from CWB Chicago. This is from the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. It says, man on felony pre-trial release fired 2 guns at once in deadly South Shore shooting. It said a man who was already on felony pre-trial release fired 2 guns at once in a South Shore alleyway last month, killing a man and injuring another, according to a newly filed federal complaint. Federal. This is why this is important. Okay? This is why this is big bad news for G Herbo. This is why this is potentially a RICO waiting to happen, because it's a federal complaint. Fabius L. Shipman, a convicted felon with 2019 federal drug convictions, was charged Friday in a U.S. District Court with illegal...
Quand c'est quelque chose de fédéral, c'est pour dire que nous autres, c'est comme si c'était la Sûreté du Québec qui est dans ton bouddha. Fait que tu peux avoir le SPVM ou la police normale de la ville, mais quand c'est fédéral, pour nous, c'est la sûreté, pour eux autres, c'est la même affaire là. Quand c'est fédéral, quand t'es comme arrêté ou accusé au fédéral là-bas, ça niaise pas, mais c'est eux qui ont 90% de rate. Eux, ça niaise pas, là. C'est eux qui mettent les RICO.
Legally possessing ammunition. Prosecutors say Shipman opened fire with a gun in each hand during a September the 29th confrontation behind the 2500 block of East 78th Street, right in the heart of No Limit. It says the entire attack happened on surveillance video, providing key evidence that helped investigators identify Shipman, even when the surviving victim did not. So they're saying there's no snitching going on, no telling. It says the footage showed a man with a pronounced limp later identified as Shipman, arriving in a black Cadillac Escalade and walking into the alley around 3:36 p.m. He approached a group of men and appeared to get into an argument with at least one of them before pulling 2 handguns from his waistband, the federal complaint said. He then opened fire with both weapons, killing 26-year-old Jaden Hibbler and injuring a 17-year-old boy. The shooter fled the scene in the Escalade moments later. So it sounds like he was called to the scene after he found out what happened with that fight and got straight to shooting and then just left immediately. It's very sad. Okay. It says police recovered 19 shell casings of 2 different calibers at the scene, according to a federal complaint. Bad news. Filed by an agent from the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives. There's multiple law enforcement officers, including a Posen police officer.
Qu'est-ce qui arrive là dans tout ça? C'est parce que là maintenant, ils vont vouloir accuser aussi J Herbo. Pour dire que peut-être que c'est J Herbo qui l'a fait. Le gars qui s'est fait arrêter, peut-être qu'il va snitch. Il va dire yo, c'est J Herbo qui m'a envoyé. Mais non, parce que tu sais, c'est vraiment littéralement fucked up qu'est-ce qui s'en vient.
And a former Chicago police officer now working as an ATF research specialist reviewed the video and recognized Shipman as the gunman, the complaint said. The feds just saw from the video, from the way that he walked, they just saw the video and they said, we know exactly who that is. That's
Wow! Monsieur, on comprend ce qu'il a dit? Quand les enquêteurs ont regardé le vidéo, ils ont directement compris que c'était qui le gars. Ils le connaissent, le gars. Parce qu'il y a une seule personne qui marche de cette manière. Puis ils connaissent la manière qu'il marche. Fait qu'à cause de sa démarche.
how you know the streets are finished, bro. You don't officer and a former Chicago police officer now working as an ATF research specialist reviewed the video and recognized Shipman as the gunman, the complaint said. The feds just saw from the video, from the way that he walked, they just saw the video and they said, we know exactly who that is. That's how you know the streets are finished, bro. You don't need snitches. You don't need snitches anymore. The cops will see how you walk. They're going to get you from your gait. Your gait's going to tell on you. The way you walk is going to tell on you. So the Posen officer stopped Shipman from a traffic violation in February, an interaction that was recorded by the officer's body camera. But Shipman allegedly sped away from the traffic stop and was later arrested while wearing a White Sox baseball hat with a gold sticker on the brim, a hat identical to the one worn by the shooter. Okay,
wow.
These guys aren't the smartest criminals in the world. No offense, but...
Yo, il s'est fait arrêter avec la même casquette qu'il avait quand il a tué le patinet, man. Tabarnak, man.
Were you wearing clothes that you were pulled over in with the same sticker, same hat, same walk? It says the ATF intelligence research specialist remembered Shipman and Shipman's limp from an encounter in June 2019, the complaint said. At the time of the shooting, Shipman was on pre-trial release for felony charges stemming from the Posen incident, according to court records. He was previously convicted in 2019 of federal cocaine trafficking charges and sentenced to 5 years in prison, making it illegal for him to possess guns or ammunition. Shipman is the 15th person accused of killing or trying to kill someone in Chicago this year while on felony pre-trial release. His limp stems from injuries he suffered crashing his car while fleeing Chicago police in 2013. All people, including Shipman and a CPD officer, were injured in that incident, and they've even got info. This is a 2013 article. Even the newscasters are connecting all these things together, right? Felony charges filed for Fabian Shipman, 4 people injured, including a police officer. He was 25 at the time. He was charged with possession of a controlled substance, and he got in a chase and had a crash with the police, all right?
Wow.
That is really not good. All of this stuff's all just getting tied
Yo,
together.
Il y a des criminels dans la life, là, t'es comme,
Identification
what
didn't
the
take long
fuck,
at all. It's a
dog?
really, really bad.
Monsieur, tu tues un patinet, tu râles 2 armes avec un Nintendo, devant les caméras, tu te fais arrêter après avec la même casquette sur la tête, mon cher. Fait qu'ils ont ta casquette, la manière que tu marches, parce que c'est documenté, parce que tu avais déjà run up des polices. Tu as escapé la police, tu as commencé à courir. Fait qu'eux, ils t'ont sur caméra dans la manière que tu cours. Wow.
Look, okay. People are... Then, damn, can't believe he's been identified.
DZ.
So it is. They're saying all bro needed was a ghillie suit. Right?
Shout out à tous les DZ, mon gars.
Cooked like turkeys in Thanksgiving. People been making videos about
Je vais aller dans votre
right?
pays un jour, c'est sûr et certain. Je vais aller mais dans le pays des DZ.
People are saying,
Je vous promets, mon cher, mec, que je vais aller là-bas, man.
J-Dog was really blowing two
promets,
blicks.
man.
This stuff is crazy, gang.
Je vous promets, je vais aller en Algérie, mon gars.
that day, and people
Je
said
te
he
jure,
was.
je vous
He
promets,
was
les-
Max Payne that day. It's
C'est
actually
deux places
crazy.
où je
They
dois
already
aller.
got his name, they
Algérie
got everything, right?
et
YouTube video's been up for
avec
weeks about him being the
et
shooter.
le
I hadn't
Congo.
actually seen that. Okay, they're saying he's cooked. They got all type of info on him. Bro, he's fully overly cooked. He's finished, bro. They got him from his gate. They know the brother. The article knew exactly what fucking incident he'd been injured in. There's not really much more, right? They
C'est léger, mon
identified him
gars.
from his limp. ATF recognized him from the limp, from crashing into the police. This is absolutely ridiculous. They're saying double bolt that back door and stay strapped. The guys get funny when they got to start picking sides. They're saying
Eh oui, mon
J-Dog
cher.
definitely got taken by surprise.
Eh
A
oui,
lot
mon
of people have
cher,
just been
avec
describing
Kenny.
just how crazy this
Eh oui,
is.
mon
This
cher.
is one of the craziest things that's happened in Chicago. They're saying this dude, J-Doggy, got shot in his back 8 times, got stood over. They shot a J-Doggy and a 17-year-old. That's another attempted dual-wielding handguns with extended mags. That's another charge. Plus he on cam in 4K. This guy is dumbass fried. G Herbo probably ain't even pay him nothing yet. Plus he 40 plus. That's what people are saying. They're saying he was really out there like Max Payne shooting his own homies. He's cooked. Life in prison
cooked,
without
man.
parole. They're saying this street stuff, this is what you love. These dudes got assassins. They just know how to up. They're not assassins. They just know how to up pipe and kill a dude. No preparation or nothing. Just do it. Gone. And just speedy trial, plead out. You cooked. Dude was just tired of being free. They're saying he thought he was in Modern Warfare 2. That's effed up. I can't imagine being in his brother's shoes at the time. It reminds me of the dude that killed Buddy just for speaking to his girl earlier this year in Chicago. Just get pissed and crash out. It's so cold-hearted, but that's how he was raised. It's sad, okay? People were saying this whole thing was always going to get solved, right? It was always going to get solved. Why are you so surprised about J-Dog when we've been told you the situation literally a day after it happened? Some of y'all missed the news when it first happened, or did you just not believe the people who said it? J-Dog and Big Op got into a fight. His cousin didn't like Big Op lost, so he shot J-Dog. Apparently J-Dog pulled the gun first. They say, but we've been said this, even Trench's news. You got to start believing the guys. It says he ain't pull out no gun. Dude just came up there on his own trying to save Op. If Big Op himself ain't do nothing, then why the F would the other dude and Big Op, one of their sliders, do the goofy? If another man not doing nothing, what gives you the right to step in and do something like this? And it says there's no gun visible on the CCTV. I hope nobody dies behind that J-Dog thing, because dude's going to feel extra shitty in jail knowing he did all this and just landed a hefty prison sentence, and his own homies got killed by his other homies. People are saying, I wonder if people are mad at Big Op in a way. But someone said Baby Splat accidentally shot Big Op before this and claimed that that's why he lost to J-Dog. That's just a rumor I've seen on here. Definitely a sad situation, but people can't fight without getting in their feelings, okay? So, one of No Limit's biggest and most feared ops, all right, Hell Rail from Lakeside. Now, if you don't know about Hell Rail from Lakeside, okay, the rumor was